What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. Minecraft has different tiers of tools and armor based off the different types of ores you can obtain in the game. But along with tools and armor, there's also the weapons, with a highly sought after diamond sword being the most powerful along with the axe and trident. There's also the standard bow for ranged attacks. But what if you wanted more weapons to fight off those skeletons and creepers with? Well, you're in luck today, because in this video I'll be talking about the top 10 Minecraft weaponry mods. These mods bring brand new weapons to the game from different periods of history, such as fantasy or medieval swords, or even modern weapons to make Minecraft more interesting by adding countless new means of defending yourself. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 10, God's Weapons. First up is the God's Weapons mod that contains a whole bunch of cool weapons, mostly based around fantasy. It adds a series of powerful weapons as well as even armor, each with custom enchantments or abilities with them. These are based around mythology. For an example, there is the Hammer of Storm, which is most likely linked to Thor or Zeus. There is the Sword of Hades, that is named after the god of the underworld, and Apollo's bow that shoots flaming arrows. Even some of the armor pieces are named after gods. For an example, the Hermes boots gives you a special wind ability, or the Ares chestplate, named after the god of war, that blocks all incoming damage, but uses up its durability whilst taking this damage. Other weapons and items include the Boreas sword that turns water to ice, Demon sword that sets enemies on fire, Sword of Oath that knocks enemies back up to 25 blocks away, Aura sword that knocks back enemies, and the Diamond hammer that one-shots them. Along with the weapons and armor in this mod, there are also special rings, each with different abilities. The speed ring lets you run faster, the water ring lets you breathe underwater, there's a ring to make you jump higher, the defense ring gives you resistance to damage, you can also go invisible with the dark ring or see in the dark with a light ring, you can feel like Thanos with a power ring or be resistant to fire with the fire ring. This is an interesting mod that makes you super powerful in an interesting way. Number 9. PUBGMC mod. A little change from the last mod, it's time to switch things up a little bit with the PUBGMC mod. I'm featuring this mod not only because I started playing PUBG recently on PC, but also because it's highly downloaded and highly rated, and also because I wanted this list to be a mix of both fantasy era weapons as well as modern weaponry, so everyone is happy with the selection offered. This mod adds to bring PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and some of its features into Minecraft. It adds a series of modern weapons, all with attachments to the game. The 3D weaponry in this mod looks really awesome, and you can add scopes and other pieces to them. The scopes are really nice because they let you see from long range and be precise with shooting. These are added by an attachment interface that lets you add a stock, barrel, magazine and grip to the weapon you select, as well as a scope. It also adds airdrops with loot, medkits or first aid kits and bandages for healing, booster items like energy drinks to gain health and a speed boost, an inventory size increase via using the backpacks, the ghillie suit to hide in plain sight, flare guns to call for the airdrops, frag nades, parachutes, and most of these items are craftable. This mod also supports multiplayer servers pretty well, as each player drops their loot in a loot box when they die. Number 8. Crossbows mod. Before the Village and Pillage update, there was the Crossbows mod, a mod that adds a collection of different crossbows to the game. Originally made for 1.10 and supporting all the way up to 1.11.2, this mod adds 5 different tiers of crossbows, each corresponding to a material in the game, along with special bolts to match them. Each crossbow uses a specific bolt that matches their weapon tier or below, and they have an inbuilt storage space for the bolts to be kept, which is sized up or down based on its tier. Crossbows can also be upgraded with so-called specialist upgrades that let you add a scope, auto reloading, reinforced limbs, or the tri-shot mod. There is the wood crossbow as the most basic one, as well as the stone, iron, gold, special bolts, and diamond. Wood is tier 1, stone is tier 2, iron, gold and the special bolts are tier 3, and diamond is tier 4. You can store 2 stacks of bolts for tier 1 or 2 crossbows, 3 stacks for tier 3, or 6 stacks for tier 4. Number 7. Kaishi's Weapons Reborn. This mod caught my eye because it adds a collection of weapons with really nice 3D models to them, making them look really awesome in game. These are mostly medieval fantasy weapons, but they look super cool. Firstly, the Dragon Slayer sword is a weapon with 3 different upgrades that's unbreakable and has a very far range with high damage but slow attacks. The washing pole has high damage, slow speed and a low amount of uses. The cactus sword does the same damage as an iron one, but with wooden sword's durability. There's claws which do low damage but high attack speed with a zombie hand variant too, so you can feel like a zombie mob yourself. Battle axes that can also chop trees down as well as being used as a weapon. Katana swords that work like normal swords. Spears for longer range. Wood swords for high damage, and they also hit at a range of plus 0.5 blocks, which means their range is higher than standard weapons. Zui handers that are stronger than greatswords. Shotos, lancers for horse combat and more. This mod has a nice little collection of new weapon additions that each look great and should be super fun. Number 6, dotHack weapons. This mod brings a new array of weaponry to Minecraft that can be found spread randomly across the loot chests in the game, via abandoned mineshafts, strongholds, jungle temples, underwater ruins, pyramids or villager blacksmiths. This mod adds over 600 plus weapons from different franchises, namely dotHack, and there's simply too many weapons to make a list of or go into specifics. Basically, if you want a huge and diverse collection of different weapons in Minecraft for you to absolutely butcher mobs with and cause some true mayhem, then I'd recommend downloading this just for its sheer size and the amount that you can choose from to use. Number 5, ExtraBows. This one is a mod that I've actually featured before on another list. I believe this was in my RPG mods video. Well, ExtraBows is back again on this list for the top 10 best Minecraft weapon mods because it's just simply awesome. I don't frequently feature mods a second time as I like to make these videos entirely unique, but it's definitely one I think you should try, so that's why I'm re-mentioning it. ExtraBows adds a collection of new bow variants to Minecraft, along with other archery based things to the game. These vanilla style bows come in different materials, basing themselves off the tiers of ores which are available in the game. There is the stone bow, iron, gold, diamond and emerald, and they have a total of 15 different unique upgrades for them that can enhance how they're used and their impact in the game environment. These upgrades include double arrows, triple arrows, lightning on arrow impact, fire arrows, the ender upgrade, freeze arrows, explosive arrows, healing arrows, arrow cost upgrade, water arrows, the bridge upgrade that forms a bridge on the point of the arrow's landing and its direction, push upgrade, flying arrows that flings you in the direction of the arrow's trajectory, meteors and an energy upgrade. This is a mouthful, but all of these arrow upgrades can be applied to a bow by pressing the B key to open the bow upgrade inventory interface. You can use up to 4 different upgrades when using the best bow, being the diamond one. This is a really interesting mod that makes the normally mundane and boring archery feature in Minecraft actually really fun and fresh. Number 4, MrCrayfish's gun mod. You may be familiar with mod maker MrCrayfish for his furniture mod that I featured in my top 10 mod videos before. Well, he also is behind the gun mod that's a brand new weapon modification that aims to add customizable weapons through using a series of attachments. Now this mod isn't like your casual Minecraft gun mod that just adds a collection of every weapon. No, it adds one standard base weapon that you can change to your liking by applying the attachments to it. These attachments actually change the behavior of the weapon and how it's used. Right now these include barrel attachments and scopes, and the current weapons that can be formed are the pistol, shotgun, AR, standard rifle, nade launcher, bazooka and a minigun. For an example, you could add a long scope to a handgun to make it like a long range magnum. Personally, I've featured this mod just because I like how unique the vision of it is, and it's something different as a weapon mod compared to all the rest. Number 3, Vic's Modern Warfare mod. This mod is another that caught my eye. I have featured a few modern weapon mods on this list, and the Modern Warfare mod is a strong contender, which is why it's so high up. It adds a selection of guns with custom 3D models that make using the standard boring Minecraft sword a thing of the past. You can craft your weapons, add attachments and take down mobs or players, it's your choice. As well as weapons, it even adds 3D armor too, which is a nice little feature. There are weapons such as AKs, the Deagle, M4, Scar, Glock, Uzi, MP5 and more weapons you might be familiar with. These models are cubic, so they do fit perfectly into Minecraft, although they remind me a lot of Counter-Strike, and they are pretty awesome, each with their custom bullet and magazine types for ammunition. Number 2, Reforged Mod. Some of you may be familiar with a classic Balkans weapons mod of the past back in Minecraft 1.7.10 and before. It was a mod that added a huge diverse collection of medieval weaponry to the game, and it was popularised by huge mod packs like Tekkit Classic. Well, Reforged is a reimagining of this mod that adds the weapons from Balkans weapons mod to Minecraft 1.8 all the way up to 1.12.2, along with a series of other brand new weapons too, some with special powers or doing more damage when sneaking. There are 3 ages of weaponry weaponry in this mod. Primitive, that are aimed to be used at the start of the game for basic protection against enemies. Medieval weapons that are stronger and better to attack with and have some special effects, and also gunpowder weapons that are the highest damage to snipe tough or tanky targets with. There are javelins, battle axes, katana swords, blow darts, boomerangs, daggers, the blunderbuss and muskets, and a lot more of different weapons to choose from. This is a really great mod and a perfect recreation of one of the best weapon mods of old. Number 1, Age of Weapons. Up at number 1, taking the top spot, is the Age of Weapons mod that brings a large amount of new tools and weapons, including 299 new items, blocks, tools and weapons. Some of these items have interesting effects or features and are custom modelled with a custom workbench used for crafting them. All axe harvest wood too, spears can be thrown, multi-tools are things that can do everything a collection of different tools can do, traps can be placed on the ground, you can also now poison enemies with pufferfish sticks and more. There's even a collection of wands for magic, or different bows such as the crossbow or different bow types, or even the Herobrine's sword that can make a cloud ring with a wither effect around it. It's called Age of Weapons because you have Stone Age weaponry, Antiquity weapons, as well as Middle Ages, Nuzuit weapons including shotguns, dynamite and nades, the Modern Age, the Golden Age of Piracy, Edo period, Mystic period with magic, Fantasy with huge great swords and claws, and the VSY era of space weapons. This may sound very confusing to list, but all of these different eras offer a different type and selection of weapons to choose from. I chose this mod as the top contender on this list just because of having weapons from each and every era or stage in time imaginable, and giving a healthy collection of additions to the game along with it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you disagree with the top weapon mods in this video and you think I missed your favourite weapon mod, then definitely let me know what it is in the comment section so I can feature it next time. If you want to see more top 10 Minecraft mod videos like this, subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on daily uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.